Hello, everyone. My name is Olivia McGurk. I am a student in Law 2005, and for my project, I will be discussing restaurant and bar liability for intoxicated patrons who harm third parties at common law through today. To start my presentation, I'd like to begin with a few statistics from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 1 million drivers were arrested for driving under the influence of alcohol or narcotics in 2016. Nearly 10,500 people died in 2016 as a result of alcohol-impaired driving crashes, accounting for more than a quarter of all traffic-related deaths in 2016. So, who can be held liable for the injuries, damages, or deaths that result from the actions of these impaired drivers? In some cases, it may be the establishment that served them. In this presentation, I'll be explaining dram shop law, how it has evolved from common law to today, the first dram shop laws. I will be giving an explanation of dram shop laws and their benefits. Firstly, establishment liability from common law to today. Where did dram shop law come from? The term dram shop law comes from the 18th century British way of measuring alcohol, which was called a dram and measured out to 3/4 of a teaspoon. At common law, dram shops were establishments that actually served drams of alcohol. Today, dram shop laws apply to any establishment that serves alcohol. Common law held that an intoxicated person was alone liable for his or her actions because the mere serving of alcohol was considered too remote to be a proximate cause of injury caused by the negligent act of the purchaser of a drink. Because a person voluntarily consumed alcohol, they should be held liable for the actions that resulted from their intoxication. The direct or proximate cause of injuries, damages, or deaths in these cases was seen as the person's consumption of alcohol. Common law also held that the person or establishment who served the intoxicated person alcohol was not held liable for the intoxicated individual's negligence. A server did not have a duty to stop an intoxicated person from leaving the establishment, nor to prevent injuries at places or under circumstances wholly outside the seller's knowledge or consent. A server was not held liable, even in situations where he or she could have foreseen the risk the intoxicated person imposed upon themselves or others. The first dram shop laws. The first dram shop laws were passed as a result of the temperance movement in the 1800s, which was concerned with alcohol consumption in America. In 1849, Wisconsin became the first state to pass a dram shop law, followed by Indiana, Ohio, New York, and Maine in the 1950s. Following the Civil War, dram shop laws were introduced nationwide. However, by the end of Prohibition, many states no longer had dram shop laws in place, and those states that did still have them did not enforce them. By the 1950s, laws had begun to change again, however, as it was found that drinking and driving did not mix. It was this time that a round of landmark cases were passed that solidified dram shop law's place in modern law precedents. As of June 2019, 43 states have a dram shop law in effect in some form. Those that do not are Delaware, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Nebraska, Nevada, South Dakota, and Virginia. Now I will be giving a brief explanation of what dram shop law actually is. In addition to bringing a civil suit against the intoxicated person who caused damages, injuries, or deaths, a party can also bring a civil suit against the establishment who served the intoxicated person or minor who caused damages. This is known as dram shop law. A negligence standard applies to cases involving dram shop law, meaning plaintiffs do not need to demonstrate the defendant acted intentionally, willfully, or knowingly. Proving liability in a dram shop case can be a difficult task. In Illinois, for example, those bringing civil suits under dram shop laws must prove proof of sale of alcohol to the patron, injuries sustained by the patron, proximate cause between the alcohol sale and intoxication was at least one cause of third-party damages. Additionally, plaintiffs have a more rigorous standard of proof. In some states, this means the plaintiff must show clear proof or proof beyond a reasonable doubt. In dram shop law cases, there is a limit on damages, meaning there is a cap on the amount that can be recovered. Finally, the benefits of dram shop law. Dram shop liability laws have been linked to reductions in alcohol-related motor vehicle fatalities of adults and minors, self-reported incidents of heavy episodic drinking and drunk driving among all drinkers, and drinking levels by college students. Proponents attribute dram shop laws to an increase in public awareness of the effects of overserving alcohol and a decrease in excessive and illegal alcohol consumption. Dram shop laws give establishments that serve alcohol an incentive to do so responsibly and to thoroughly verify clients are of legal drinking age. In this presentation, I discuss restaurant or bar liability for intoxicated patrons who harm third parties. I discuss how these laws have evolved from common law through modern times, and I gave a brief explanation of dram shop laws and their benefits. My final slide will present the references for this presentation. Thank you for watching.